went as about as smooth as it could possibly go. I thought, well, what am I going to do with my life now? So I prayed to God, and every night I asked God to let me meet someone that can love me as much as I know I can love them. Dear God. And that was my prayer. I didn't expect it to be answered, but I've met a lot of different people. And I wasn't really happy with the way the world was going. It seemed like everybody was on drugs or alcohol. And so I quit dating. And anyway, Mrader was on Facebook, and so was I. She had a fella that she was thinking about getting married to. And of course, I had a girlfriend. I had several girlfriends, to be honest. But I wasn't really happy with any of them. And when I met her, she was really interested in this one guy. I wasn't really interested in who I was with. But we were friends, really good friends on Facebook for about 2 years. And I don't want to get ahead of myself here because it'll ruin the story if I do. But anyway, she posted something on Facebook and it caught my attention that she really wasn't in love with this guy that she was, going with or was engaged to. And I had broke up with my girlfriend. She was not really what I wanted, a lot of different faults and stuff. But I kept praying and talking to Mrader at the same time, chatting. We chatted for a long time on Facebook. And what she said was something in the terms of she really wasn't going to marry this guy. And I wasn't going to say anything to her along the way to convince her that, hey, it should be me. Why not me? I didn't encourage her to break up with this guy at all. I thought, well, if it happens, it happens. It's God's will, right? So I had broke up with the girl that I was dating. When I asked her about it, she says, no, I'm not going to, I don't love this guy, and I'm not going to get married to him. And boy, that gave me a green light. Now's the time, Danny. Tell her how you feel. So I did. And she said, well, this is the honest God truth. She said, well, I can't have anything to do with you until my father gives the approval. So how can I do that? He's in the Philippines. I'm in the United States. She's in Saudi Arabia. I'm thinking impossible. This ain't gonna work. So I started praying real hard about it, and I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and fly to the Philippines and meet her family. And so I called her and I told her, I'm going to the Philippines, okay, and I'm going to meet your family. She said, you're kidding. And I said, no. I said, you told me if your dad didn't like me, then, and if I didn't get his approval, that it was a lost cause, right? That's the way I took it. So she said, okay. She rented me a home along the ocean, furnished it and everything before I got there. And then she called me and told me, go ahead and go. So, of course, her family helped her get it all together. And tell her, wait for me to get there. She wanted to have it all ready. And so I got a ticket and I flew to the Philippines. And I've met her personally. We just chatted a lot on Facebook. And so I'm thinking, oh my God, her dad's not going to like me. Her dad's not going to like me. What's going to happen if he don't like me? So I decided I'm just going to be me. I'm going to be myself. And if he doesn't accept me, then I'll go home. Well, I was over there 6 months before she got there. And she wasn't going to come until her dad said, okay, it's okay, you can go. And anyway, met her at the airport. Fell in love instantly. Everybody that knows Maria knows that how wonderful she is, and her personality was just striking to me. I fell in love with her automatically. You've heard of love at first sight? It was love at first sight. And so anyway, we went back home to her hometown where Mom and Dad was. Well, first I was going to tell you that when I landed where her mom and dad were, at the airport, her whole family showed up. I mean, seriously, her whole family showed up, and I was the last one off the airplane. And they almost turned around and went back home. To be honest with you, that's what they said. We almost left. But I was trying to help some guy in a wheelchair. He was disabled and he wasn't in very good health. And so he was the last one off the airplane. And I was staying back to help him get off the plane. And so that's why it took me so long to get off the plane. And finally, when I did, I met everybody and then we left and went home. Went to the place where she had rented. And anyway, I was there for 6 months. But it was just exhilarating, really, for me to meet her the way I did. And like I said, we fell in love. I did, anyway. It took her a little while, but she needed approval from her father. And it wasn't a rearranged thing. It was strictly, my father doesn't like it or doesn't approve, then you might as well go on back home. But it worked out perfectly, and anyway, I picked her up at the airport. Her brothers and sisters were all at the airport too, of course. And I just hit it off really, really well with her family. Thank God. And the rest is history. I just wanted to tell that story. And she fell in love with me too. I gave her plenty enough time, to do that. And I popped the question, somewhere down the road, about 5 months later or whatever. She said yes. And really, I want to thank her personally for saying yes. And things have gotten better and better and better and better. I can't tell you how much better things are now in my life since I've met her. And I care for her deeply. She's my Valentine, for sure. Always will be. Thank you all for showing up. That's all I got. Thank you.
That's very sweet. Thank you, Mr. Danny.